Hello there, welcome back to Cooking at Mammy's house today. And I have another guest star with me, and it is Emery Jo Newton, and today better known as Wonder Cat. Hello there, Wonder Cat, how are you today? Very nice to see you, and thank you for coming to Mammy's house. Emery is she's number one today because she's here with Mammy today all by herself, and we're going to have a great time. I've got a great meal today. This is one of my favorite because it's so colorful. It's perfect for this time of year, my favorite time of year, which is fall. Brownies in the end, fudge brownies with a really rich peanut butter sauce. First, we're gonna start with our stuffed bell peppers. And my mom used to fix this for us all the time, and I really loved it. Okay, Emery, we're gonna cut these bell peppers. Might wanna take a spoon and get all the seeds out. Put them right there. I'm gonna keep the tops right here. Got the red one. That one came out perfect. Kind of cut those veins, I guess is what you call them, and the seeds out. The roots, perfect. That was exactly what it is. So we're gonna get all of that out of there because our really good hamburger mixture is going in. Save him. Oh, these are so pretty. Oh, I just love a pretty dish. And this is a pretty one. So what I'm gonna do, because you don't want to cook them in the hard shell. So we're gonna put them in some boiling water for about 5 minutes, and that'll be perfect. And then we'll put them in our dish. Let's go over to the stove, put them in the water. So while the peppers are boiling in the hot water for about 5 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our hamburger mixture. And we're gonna stick our hands in here. It's gotta be messy before it's good. So what we're gonna start with is a little bit of pepper. My favorite, my seasonings. That's good. Salt. You want to pinch some salt in there. And I always love to add that paprika, just give it that little bit of a spicy taste, but not too much. There we go.
Pepper and salt.
And I'm going to add some of this garlic juice from a fresh clove of garlic, and just a little bit. That smells so good. There we go. And then I'm going to cut just a little bit of onion. I don't want a lot, but just that onion flavor is what I'm really wanting to get. So I need to do this really fine. This is all we need. So we're going to do this as fine as we can. We're going to go really fine because I don't want a big chunk of onion in there. Oh, did I just cut your finger off? So what are you going to be for Halloween? A cat. What kind of cat? A black cat? An orange cat? Orange and black, isn't that calico? All right, so got that, and that's all I want. All that crying, all that chopping, just for that little bit of onion. But we can always use it later. It goes good with everything. Put that aside right there. And now we're gonna empty. I've got tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes, and we've taken the peel off of those crushed tomatoes. And I've got just a little bit of peppers in here. So we're gonna put that in here.
I haven't had any breakfast today. That's making me really hungry.
And we're gonna see if that's enough. And that was about 3 cups. But before I get my hand stuck in here, I'm gonna go turn some water on, and we're gonna boil some rice. So let's come over here and get this ready for our rice. Got my water really good and hot. So put a dab of butter, and it's good and hot. And there we go. We're going to stir it up a little bit and walk away. So right now we can start doing this, and let's go. Here we go.
I really don't want to do it.
You sure you don't want to help me do this? All right, you're gonna stick your hands and you gotta really get all that good tomatoes chopped up in this.
It smells so good.
Before I do that, add a little bit more of my tomato mixture in there for me. So grab that. I know you and your Nana cook a lot, don't you?
Nope.
Oh.
Ew!
All right, just a little bit more for me. All right, because we need to save a little bit back to put in our dish
Okay, I'll try.
when we start baking it. All right, there we go.
Ew!
And you have to have
nasty.
really, really clean hands. Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I did.
Before we do this?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna be so good. All right, pat it down and let's go wash our hands. All right, so one of my things that I do, and you don't have to do this, but I like cheese, is I'm gonna put this in the pan. I'm gonna put a little bit of cheese in this.
I love cheese. Can I please have
You can have all the cheese you want. So
my
put some in there for me. There we go, one more. And let me
Keep it over there.
keep this for,
Me.
just kind of mix it in a little bit, but we're also gonna top it off with this cheese too. So let's put it in our pan because we're gonna cook our hamburger first. So we're gonna put this on the stove until it gets brown. We're gonna brown it and then we'll put it back in the peppers and bake it. All right, so got my pan good and hot and I've got my little nifty hamburger smusher, so I don't want any good lumps in this. My cheese is melting, so we're gonna leave that alone for a second. That right there. I've got my rice back here. It's on off, and it's just get almost ready. And when my hamburger's done, I'll incorporate my rice in here. For the meantime, just a very colorful stove I've got going right here. I've got my peppers softening up a little bit. It's gonna be so good. That is so pretty. Love a pretty dish, just like my Mammy did. And I can hear that boiling. Now we're gonna get started on another one of my favorites, and that's fried potatoes. Haven't had them forever. Hard to do at the restaurant, but really, really easy to do here. So we're gonna do our fried potatoes in a skillet. So let's go back over here and start peeling some potatoes. So we're gonna slice and peel our potatoes. I've got a couple of potatoes left. And one thing about peeling potatoes, my pap always said, you're not allowed to have potato on your peel after peeling it. I'm not so good with that. I'm like, I don't understand, pap. I can't peel it. Normally I get too much potato, so I lose about half of them. So now is the part my Mammy could slice these potatoes so thin, and every one of them the same size. I'm doing pretty good right now, but when I get really low, I don't know really where to go with it. So turn it around, slice it. You gotta have a good knife. I've already peeled these because I really want my potatoes when I start frying them to be the same consistency. I don't want a raw potato and a mushy potato at the same time. So we're gonna use this little thing. We'll put that in there because it scares me because it's pretty dang sharp. And I wouldn't let my grandkids do this. All right, there we go. This way I do know that they're all gonna be basically the same width. You wanna do one, M? I like to call Emery M for short. All right. Just slide it, keep your hand on top and just slide it down. Put some pressure on it. You gotta slide him in there. It's hard to hold it. There we go. Gotta go really fast. Go right there. Good job. So we're done slicing the potatoes, and that's about as thick as you want them, because they'll take a lot longer in the skillet to cook. But we need to wash them, so let's take them over to the sink, good and clean. We're gonna let them drip in here, because one thing that I learned the hard way is you want to really pat them dry with a paper towel. Never put them in a hot oiled skillet wet with water because it's going to pop back on your face. So I learned that the hard way, so don't do it. Let's dry them off really good. All right, so I'm going to put quite a bit of vegetable oil in here, and I've got my skillet, my burner on high. And that's about 4 cups. Put that right there, and I'm going to let this get as hot as it can to go ahead and put those fried potatoes in here, but I'm going to make sure they're dry. And you have to be very careful when you do this because I do have a hot skillet. I've even asked Emery to move back, and I'm just going to set them in there. Until the grease is no longer splashing. There we go. And I'm going to have my platter right here. But these are going to fry. I'm going to wipe my hands off. They're wet. But I'm going to add my salt and pepper now. And my mom always said, walk away, Chris, walk away. Because I tend to want to play with my food. And then they're going to be nothing but mushy. But, I really want them to taste good. So I'm going to walk away. And I'm going to get our peppers ready to put in the oven. So excited. Let's follow me back over here. All right, first thing I'm going to do, my rice is ready to go. Take my lid off. And it is really good and light and fluffy. So I'm going to add with this rice. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Really, really like that. So that's about 2 full cups of rice I've got in here. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Cannot wait to eat these. Add, let's do about a little bit more. This is a great meal for your family. This is a great meal anytime. Okay, so I've got my pot here. I'm going to set that right there. Get it all, it's kind of like a setup station. Set up. And I'm going to pour the rest of my tomato sauce mixture in here. So I'm going to get that, all that I can get. All that flavor. And here we go. Step 1. Let's get our peppers out. Oh my goodness. They look so, so good. These are beautiful. Now we're going to do the fun part. I love doing this. Hamburger cooked. Remember that. I'm going to take a little bit of our sauce, put on top, just swirl that. Just makes it all that more moist. Look pretty, Emery? Is this a pretty dish?
Yeah.
And then we're going to take some of our mozzarella and shredded cheddar cheese to top it off.
Oh, can I put some more?
Yep. You want to try it? Make a little top for them.
Put some on the sauce.
All right, and it's all going to just bake over to look like one big pepper. So what I'm going to do is take my tops, set them on there. Yellow with yellow. Oh my goodness. Let that bake right on top. Yellow, yellow. Oh, it's perfect. So we're going to put them in the oven and bake them at 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes. And here we go. Beautiful. And while I'm over here, I'm going to check on my potatoes. They're not sticking to the bottom so much yet, so I don't want to bother them because you really want to get that golden brown. So I'm going to leave them alone, and let's get started on some glazed baby carrots. Yum, yum. All right, so I have got whole baby carrots that I love, And I've already boiled them, and it took about 45 minutes to cook your carrots to a good tender. So let's go ahead and strain them. And we're gonna leave a little bit of the juice in there. Take that off. Well, right there. And we're gonna put them in this pretty dish, and then we're gonna put some glaze over them and set them in the oven to finish them off. This is I love doing carrots at the restaurant. And this is one of my favorite recipes. All right, got them all out. So what we're gonna start with is some butter. Yum, yum. Butter's good in anything. And then, Emery, I have some parsley in the refrigerator. You want to get that out for me? Then I'm going to add some brown sugar. It's kind of going to be sweet.
Is it in orange bowl?
Yes, it is. That is our fresh parsley. Okay, so we're going to take some fresh parsley, just a little. Just give it some more color. Don't have a whole lot of flavor in it, but we just need a little bit. And we're gonna roll it all up in a ball. We don't want any of the stalks, but we just want the fineness, the green. So we want that really fine. And just a little bit. So we've got that, we're gonna set that aside. We've got our butter, our brown sugar,
and our honey.
And our pure honey. I love honey on biscuits, on toast. And we're going to boil it down, and we're going to pour it over our carrots, and that won't take but a few minutes. So we're going to let that all mix in together and get that brown sugar and butter mixture going really well. And our honey. That looks good enough to eat with a spoon. And while I'm here, I'm going to leave that alone for a second. We're going to think it's time to finally turn my potatoes. Here we go. And you got to be careful. It's going to splash. Oh, my goodness. My mom would be so proud of me. This is exactly how you want your potatoes. So now I have to leave on the new side, leave the brown up, and walk away again and just let them do their thing. All right, so I've melted the butter, brown sugar, and honey all together. And we're gonna just pour it over our carrots like this. I love carrot. So I'm gonna have Mrs. Wondercat put me some fresh parsley on top to make it really pretty. Then we're going to put it in the oven, and we're just going to warm it up. Maybe brown the carrots a little bit on the top, and they'll be all done. Isn't that pretty, Emery? Wow, that looks like a really good professional dish, and it's really simple. Let's put it in the oven and check on my stuffed bell peppers. Yay!
That stuff probably matches the peppers really well.
Yes, it does. So here we go, and look at that. Just in that oven is a just picture perfect. I think so. I hate to brag, but I really think that's a really pretty dishes in there. All right, back to my potatoes. I think I've done really good by walking away. And okay, they're really, this time I think they're just about done. We're gonna put them on this platter. Let's turn them one more time, make sure. Oh my gosh, this reminds me so much of my mom. Oh my goodness. I've got to fix these again at the restaurant. They smell like home too. And now we're gonna get started with dessert. Since Emery's here, my third grandchild, but number one today, we are gonna do one of her favorites and my all-time favorite, chocolate fudge brownie cake with a good creamy peanut butter frosting. I'm gonna have to do it last because I'm gonna wanna eat it first. So, all right, our favorite thing.
And I'm going to be cooking this.
Okay, so.
I'm the master brownie maker.
You're the master brownie maker, then I can't wait to taste them. So we're going to put your oil in. There you go. And then we're going to do 2 eggs. The fudgier the brownies, the more eggs you put in. So if it calls for 1, put 2. All right, so we got a 1/3 cup of water.
Yeah.
So Mammy started fixing brownies when I was about your age. So let's get this all mixed up, and then I'm going to let you stir it really, really good. All right, let's scrape the sides.
The chocolate brownie.
And you know what? You're going to finish doing this.
Lift this up.
And I'm going to get your pan ready. And I like them in a bundt pan. So we're going to take a paper towel, because brownies like to what? Stick really bad. And we're going to butter this pan really good. All right, so let me have your brownie mixture and did a good job.
I can pour it.
All right, you're going to pour it all around. All around. Okay, so we're going to take that, and now we're going to stick it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Yeah. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. All right, our brownies are done. Your brownies are done. We're going to take them out of the oven. Our peppers look beautiful. My carrots are even better. So we're going to finish up with our brownies, and I think, Emery, they're just perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our plate, put it on top. Got to have these, and we're going to go on top like that. We're going to take it, and voila, it's perfect. Yes. So we're going to take another plate, because we want the pretty side on top. And we're going to go like this. And there you go. It is beautiful.
It's really hot though.
So now we've got to get our topping. And what we're going to use
Peanut butter.
is some cream cheese.
Is that cream cheese?
Cream cheese is good in anything. So we've got our cream cheese. We're going to add about a 1/2 cup to a cup of creamy peanut butter. Instead of milk, I've got some really sweet condensed milk here. Just to break it up.
You need a lot of sugar to make it really sweet.
Then what we're going to do is going to go start out on low. Get the cream cheese in there. There we go. Come over here on this side. Get that peanut butter. It wants to stick to the side. Mix it all up. We're going to put some powdered sugar.
The most sugar.
It's going to get all over us. I want this to be really creamy. So we're going to put some more, just a little drizzle of this. Oh, I can smell that peanut butter, and it smells so good. I can smell the chocolate. A little bit of this. All right, so now we're going to spread it on our brownies. I'm going to let you spread it, because it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's still going to be good. It is so much fun to spend time with my grandchildren. I don't know what I did in this lifetime of mine that was so good to have the grandchildren, the 8 grandchildren that I have. I've been blessed with the most beautiful, intelligent, creative, with imagination grandchildren that I could ever ask for. There's nothing like having those grandbabies. So here comes the exciting part, is tasting this food. And if this is not the most beautiful plate setting that you've ever seen, I don't know what is. And it's just the perfect color for this time of year. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna take yellow.
Okay.
And I want my top 2 on my plate. And then I'm going to do...
It looks really yummy, but...
It looks really yummy, doesn't it? Even Emery thinks it looks good. So she must be really hungry. And then these carrots that are really good for your eyes. So we're going to get our vitamins in this meal as well. So I'm going to test this. You're going to taste my potatoes. And I've got to do the potatoes first.
They feel nice and crispy.
Mmm.
They're good.
They are really, really good. So now I'm going to try one of our glazed carrots.
They're just like really nice and crispy.
Because I need vitamins for my eyes.
They're the perfect. They're not even. They're perfect.
They are. And so is this carrot, glazed carrot. I really like the parsley on there. Now my favorite. Oh, goodness. So pretty. You know what? I promise you all, I'm going to have this at the restaurant again.
Yes.
Really soon. This is good. Or better yet, just come out to Mammy's house and get some of this good food. This is really good. All right, here we go. I can really taste that pepper. And that's one of the best parts. With that tomato mixture and those crushed tomatoes. I can even taste a little bit of the paprika. Oh, Emery, this is the best meal I've had in a long time, and I'm so glad you're here. All right, so we're coming to the good part. Well, it's all good. Coming to the best part. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. Oh, and it's still warm. That is so. Lots of icing on there for you.
Yum.
Oh, look at those chocolate chunks in that. It's good and chewy. Cheers. Oh,
I know.
as soon as it hits your tongue, wow. How was all of Mammy's food today?
It was perfect.
Thank you all so much for coming out to Mammy's house again today. I enjoy this so much, and it's even better when I have my special guest on. So come back. We've got lots to cook for this fall, and I'm so excited to be with you. Thank you.
I also have one more thing. Please subscribe and turn on notifications for Wonder Cat. Thank you.
Wonder Cat. Thank you all very much. See you later.